Welcome back, Hallmark Hot Takers, to another riveting episode of Hallmark Hot Takes with Heidi and Jason, where we watch, rate, and review all of the countdown to Christmas movies from the Hallmark Channel. This is episode 12, and not even halfway. So
can they all be riveting? You say riveting all the time.
You don't think this is all riveting?
I'm just saying they can all be riveting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why we have 72 subscribers.
Oh, okay. The rivetingness.
Would you like me to use a different word?
No, I'm just saying. They're all riveting.
I don't use it every time. Okay, do you want to go back to all of the videos?
I do.
All
I want to watch
40.
that. That would be fun.
No, it wouldn't. Cause I don't even... We should go back to the first video and see how bad it was. It was probably
none of that is fun. But it's candy canes, right?
Yes, you need to explain the rating system.
Candy canes.
Don't yawn. You're about to yawn.
Half to 5 candy canes each. You get the possible combined score out of 10 possible candy canes.
And that is based on how much we liked or disliked this movie. So tonight's offering on Epic 12 is 'Tis the Season to Be Irish, starring Fiona, Gubelmann, and Eion Macken, we think. Eion.
Eion.
Okay. Rapid recap time. So meet Rose, who is a house flipper who decides on a whim to buy a sight unseen house in Ireland and goes there to meet Sean, who is the local preservationist who tells her that she can't flip the house, she has to live there, and all the things that she can and can't do. So they obviously clash because she wants to flip it and get the hell out of Dodge. But, you know, she has to stay there in Dunclare, and obviously her and Sean spend a lot of time together and meet a bunch of locals, and she ends up redoing the house, and then she decides, well, she's gonna sell it, and this obviously makes Sean very upset, and she does sell it to a couple who wants to flip it, and she is going to buy a property in Scotland. And finding more about these two, Sean is a townie. He doesn't ever want to leave Dunclare. He loves it. And Rose wants to travel because she never wants to feel trapped anywhere. These two carry a lot of baggage and want very different things. But then at the end of the day, they decide that they want to give it a go. I'm not really sure if they're staying in Dunclare or going to Scotland. It's very unclear, but she's not going to sell the house. And they kiss and then take a dip in the ocean. And that is...
They kiss and then take a dip in the ocean?
To be Irish.
Kissing in the ocean.
Yes, they were kissing in the... She was like wrapped around him.
Hallmark.
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right.
Let's move on to that review.
Ready?
I thought you were going to go first.
Oh, okay.
I was letting you intro it.
Okay, we're reviewing this.
Well, where are we going first? Likes or dislikes?
I don't. Oh. Maybe likes.
Dislikes.
What do you think?
I don't. It doesn't matter.
It's about even.
Okay. Well, then let's go dislikes.
Right,
How about we'll make a new rule? If it's about even, we'll go dislikes first.
People like it.
I just made that rule.
Dislikes.
She bought this property on a whim. No due diligence.
Didn't even go see it.
It was a dilapidated shack.
I'm proud of you. You said dilapidated shack. I thought you would have said shithole.
No, well, I'm about to use profanity in my next dislike. So there was a woman named Sandy in this movie who was one of the people that Rose befriended, and she had recently lost her husband, Danny, and had traveled to Dunclare to spread his ashes.
Yes.
Her shitbag kids didn't come with her to spread their dad's ashes.
They came at the end.
Okay, then they did come at the end.
When she asked.
So the whole movie, I hated her kids, and I wanted them all to die because they didn't help their mom spread their dad, and they were going to let her spend Christmas by herself. Even if the ashes thing is taken out of this, you don't let your mom spend the first Christmas without her husband by herself. Bad kids. I'm glad that they came at the end because I would have lost my mind, but that really pissed me off. I didn't like that. Sean says that she's not allowed to make structural changes to the cottage.
Yeah.
And then he lists a chandelier as a structural change.
That's a pretty big deal.
I don't think that a chandelier is a structural change.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It's cosmetic.
Structural.
Didn't like that. Sandy says she has trouble learning how to order for one.
Yes. So she ordered for 4. She didn't even order for 2.
Like
there was a lot of
weird.
food.
Like,
I have that as my dislikes. She orders for 4 or 5 people. And then she's lucky those people showed up. Else,
she'd have
what
been
a
eating all
waste.
that food. Like, who? I mean, I get it.
She had 3 plates in front of her.
It was weird. I thought that.
I mean, I'm not familiar with Irish cuisine. Maybe it's family style. That's the only way you can order it.
I don't know. There's a lot of. What was he eating? Plum pudding?
Yes, a lot of plum.
I've never had plum pudding.
No.
I felt that Sean was a bit of a dick at the beginning.
Wow.
I liked him at the end, but at the beginning and then his 180. So he originally does not want her to buy this property and flip it because he wants somebody local, and when people flip the property, they drive up the prices and the locals can't afford it, so it's a whole big thing. So then when she sells it, the people who buy it from her are going to flip it. And she tells him, oh, no, Sean, they're going to flip the property. And he's like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was unreasonable.
I said, he's okay to flip now.
Right. It didn't make any sense why he was so glib about it the second time. So I thought that was weird. And I did not like at the end whether it was unclear whether or not she was still going to go to Scotland. I felt like they didn't really resolve their
thing ain't working.
Huge differences.
This thing is not working.
I don't think it's gonna. I feel like he's gonna want to stay with his mom in Dunclare, and she's gonna want to go. Yeah. And they're cute, but I just don't know.
It's not working.
I don't know if they sold me that these two are compromising.
No. Would it have been better if this wandering sheep was a goat?
Well, no, because the sheep is in my legs. But yes, if the sheep was a goat,
that's what I was
that
thinking
probably would have been worth a candy cane.
The whole time I was like,
we'll get to that.
Okay, so I'll wait. Yeah.
What else did you dislike?
The whole thing. He's okay with the flipping because I hated that. Ordered for 3. The rules to renovate. It seemed like it was just kind of.
You can't repaint it?
It's crappy. You don't want to make it nice regardless.
The place was a shithole.
Right. I mean, I do like the concept of it's flipping and it makes it more expensive and all that stuff. But
I get his point.
What else do you want to do?
Right. You're going to keep it the way it is, and then it's just going to. I mean,
I didn't like how the first thing she didn't do was clean it up. It took her a while to clean the place up.
I thought the movie was going to be more centered on the renovation aspect of it, because the other problem with this movie is nothing really happened. So it was kind of just
long.
Her and Sean walking around. They just walked a lot of places.
Yeah.
Which I guess you do in Ireland. You just walk everywhere. So it was a little bit boring in that respect.
Yeah. They should have taped Model House there.
Model House, Ireland.
Model House, Ireland.
Model House, Dunclare.
Yes. All right, what do you got for likes?
Well, obviously, Lambchop.
Lambchop.
Stole the show. Lambchop is the local sheep who plays in the local nativity scene, and he escapes every day, and he follows Rose around town.
Yep.
And he stole the show. Now, to Jason's point, if that had been a goat, that would have been worth an extra whole candy cane.
Yeah, I like the fact that when he had to go find her, he let Lambchop out.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So he's looking, at the end, Sean was looking for her, and he goes to all the places that they've been, and he can't find her, so then he goes to Lambchop, and he lets her out and says, go find Rose. And he does. Right. Because Lambchop's the shit.
I love anytime Die Hard is referenced as a Christmas movie.
You do. You do.
And that was done in here. So that was fantastic. I also love holiday beverages. And they went to the pub, and there were 12 of them.
I called it the Irish Flight.
Yes.
Yeah, the 12 days of Christmas done in alcohol. And she said, well, that's a lot of liquid. And he said, they're like mini. The first one was mini. The next one they showed, not so many.
Those all
crazy Irish.
They were all lit at the end
They
too.
were.
When they
were
left,
all stumbling out of the pub like a bunch of drunk Irish people. Not that the movie was stereotyping.
No. What about the kiss rejection?
Oh, I love a good kiss rejection, which was great because I actually understand why he did it. She went in for a kiss, and he kind of went in, and then he pulled away. And it was really awkward.
Yeah,
but he didn't want to get involved unless he knew that they wanted the same thing.
Well, yeah, she was still hemming and hawing on selling. It was very awkward.
She wanted her cake and to eat it
she
too
did.
in this
I don't
movie.
know what she wanted though.
Yeah,
like
I still don't know is the problem. I liked the headrest when they were watching the movie.
Yeah,
and she kind of went like that. And then she fell asleep on him.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, so they had a little bit of a row in this where when he does the 180, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna fight me, but you're not gonna fight them." And he says, "How much do you want me to fight? I'm not endless."
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just kind of like that line. I don't know. I just liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very emotional movie. More emotion than like actual plot.
Yeah.
It was very character driven, which I actually did like because it was fine. But because of that, it was slightly boring. They needed a little bit more. But I did like that.
They had the pop star. What was her name?
Katie, the pop star.
Yeah, that was good. That's all I got.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I got Irish pub. He helps her stir the mincemeat pie. That was smooth.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that scene. It was smooth, but you could hear them stirring, and it was all like...
Die Hard's Christmas, kiss rejection, awkward, Lambchop.
Scenery. I liked all the Irish scenery.
Yeah.
I thought that was fun. And the ladies' kids came.
Yeah, thank God those ladies' kids came.
That was going to ding this thing a whole candy cane if they didn't come.
At least.
So I was really pissed off about that.
But talking about candy canes, what would you
what
give
are
this?
you going to give this? I don't like that face.
Again, nothing really happens in this movie.
It's more of the character driven. But the problem with it, if I would have felt the characters were resolved at the end,
yeah,
it would have been better.
I just don't think they're
I can
together.
do character driven, but I just don't see these two lasting. They didn't sell me that she was ready and that they were going to compromise.
I don't think they are.
So that's where I'm torn. So what are you thinking, candy canes?
I'm going 3.5.
Oh, okay.
It was good. I mean, it was good. I mean, I watched it. I mean, and I like as you keep saying, the character-driven thing. I like that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like. The stakes weren't incredibly high. Like, I don't think they're still together. I mean, it just seems odd. I also think it's odd when you go like, so you're gonna move from the States there too. Like that's a whole thing as well.
But she doesn't really have I think she just moves around and flips houses. Like
yeah, but I don't think she does it overseas. Like it never seemed like she.
I don't know. They didn't really explain a lot of that either. Like what her background was.
And that's all she did. She's probably got a ton of money because she has no home.
Right. She's just like.
And this place was what, $20K? Like.
Yeah, but then she sold it for what she paid for, but she spent money on renovations.
Well, she didn't sell it.
And they renovated it really quick.
It was very fast. That place was insanely... Like, the roof alone would take, like, a week.
And where are you getting all these local contractors in Dunclare?
No.
Come on.
No, 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Yeesh. I'm torn. So, I'm going to round...
What about Lambchop? Think of Lambchop.
I know, Lambchop.
Think of Lambchop here.
You know what? I think Lambchop, the fact that there was at least a nativity, the rejected kiss, and the I'm not endless line, I think I'll give it a 4.
Holy crap.
Because the things that I disliked, the one got rectified.
Yeah.
And, like, I actually did really like him, so even though he was a bit of a dick in the beginning, like... Again, I just think the whole if I would have believed that these two were still together, this could have been a 5.
I think I would.
I don't believe.
I would definitely have been in the 4s with that,
So.
but I didn't believe it. So
7.5. That's good.
7.5.
That's good.
I think it puts you in second place.
I think so.
I mean, it's been a crap year.
We're a bit Scroogey this year.
Yeah, the movies haven't been that good.
We are still looking. We are 12 movies in, and we do not have a 10.
I don't think we're gonna get one.
Oh, we'll get one.
No.
You don't think?
No. I think the quality is, again, as I said before, quantity is up, quality starting to suffer.
It does kind of suffer.
All right.
All right, let's preview.
Preview time.
Christmas with the Sings, starring Anuja Joshi and Benjamin Hollingsworth. So this is Asha and Jake. And they meet, fall in love, get engaged, and then we are going to talk about their first Christmas together where their families meet. Culture clash, I think, is what happens in this.
Can't wait. I'm feeling a 10.
Yeah.
Feeling
Are you?
it. Yep.
All right. Well, we'll see. We need a 10.
Next time, you'll see a 10.
Well, I shouldn't prejudge, but
Yeah, don't prejudge.
it's kind of my thing.
Okay.